Welcome, everybody, to our second game of the tournament, this Thanksgiving tournament against Shaha. Girls just did the cheer around the net, and now last-minute talk from Coach, and we will be on the ice shortly here. Shaha, we lost to them last week, 3-2. So this week we hoping to do a little bit better. We got facing off Tarasovic, I believe. No, D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio with Wasson and Howe on wing, and on D we got Longwell and Herbert. A little bit of a late start today. The previous game went about 20 minutes over. So, but now we're off. Longwell goes in to pick up the puck. Shaha very fast off the start. And Howe chips it up out of the zone. Chased by Wasson. Wasson driving that in. And Shaha turns that back. And that's offside, and puck will be dropped just outside. There's Lundy trying to bring it out of zone with Gray. And Webster. And Shaha now bringing that back in. Shaha shot towards goalie. Claycomb, big save. Now picked up by, looks like Lundy. And Shaha takes that back in. Here comes Relier, bringing that out into the neutral zone. Shaha picks that up right away and takes that back into the Penguin zone. Shot towards Claycomb, that's deflected wide by Relier. Shaha battling with the girls in the corner. Now picked up by Mertens. Mertens driving that out. She's looking, she sees Gray and Pilarski. Mertens driving that up. Tries to chip that into the zone as she crosses the red line. That gets stopped by Shaha. And Shaha starts taking that back up the other side. There's Tarasovic taking that around the ice out into the neutral zone. Girls doing a good job getting it out of the zone this game. Shaha shot to the net. Now picked up by Hot. Hot driving that out. That gets stopped by the Shaha person. Back goes Tarasovic. Tarasovic trying to get that out. Now Pilarski. Pilarski driving that up the neutral zone. And that goes all the way into the Shaha zone. Shaha tried to chip that down the ice there. Now in goes Longwell. Longwell over to Herbert. Herbert up to Wasson. Wasson driving that out of the zone. That's stopped by Shaha, and Shaha sends it back in. Picked up now by Longwell. Longwell chips up the board to Wasson. Wasson battling in the corner here. Gets some support from D'Ambrosio. And Longwell sends it back down the other way to the weak side. Shaha sends it back in. Longwell back over to the weak side towards Herbert. Herbert cuts back, gets some space, chips it up to Howe. Howe now out of the zone. Now goes back. Wasson. Howe chips it to the side here. And some battling in the corner. Wasson trying to get that out of the zone. She gets out of the zone, and Shaha regrouping outside. Shaha sends that back in. And Relier picking that up behind the net. Relier sends it up towards, oh, doesn't quite make it. Back to Gray. Gray trying to send that across. Sees Webster on the far side. Webster driving it up. And the Shaha defense stops that from happening. And Relier takes it over to the weak side and chips it up through the neutral. Chased now by Gray. Gray now chasing the D. And Shaha starts taking that back the other way. Shaha cuts back. They fall down. And nice block by Lundy. Lundy gets that up to Gray, and now Gray and Lundy 2-on-1. Shot from Gray, and that goes bar down. And that opens the scoring of the game. Great work by the girls. So that was Lundy who opened that up. Got that up to Gray. Gray and Lundy down, and Gray with the nice bar down. That's at 10:35 into the first period. 1-0 for the Penguins. Shaha looking to answer back right away, and they're pressuring into the Penguin zone. Girls doing a good defense, not allowing it to come into the zone. Shaha sends it over to the weak side, but that goes back to Tarasovic. Tarasovic up the boards to Murdoch. Murdoch trying to drive that up. Puck goes back out towards Pilarski. Pilarski trying to backhand that out of the zone. That's stopped by the Shaha. Shaha tried to do a shot, hit their own player, and now Hott picks that up. She starts driving that up. Shaha does get control of that puck and starts going back the other way. Tarasovic putting pressure on the Shaha player at the side, and nice move by Hott there to get the puck to the outside. Another shot towards the net. That gets deflected by traffic. Now picked up by Tarasovic. Tarasovic trying to send that around. And now picked up by Hott. Hott driving that up the ice. Hott with D'Ambrosio with her. Nice backhand there by Howe. Keeps the puck in. And D'Ambrosio picks it up on the other side. Nice turnaround again, but Wasson over towards Howe. And Howe trying to get back up to Wasson. And now Shaha takes that back in the other way. Shaha out into the neutral zone. Howe over to Herbert. Herbert chipping that up the boards, and she's driving that up the ice now. In goes D'Ambrosio. Oh, out. Puck went out to the center. And another shot, but pad save by Claycomb. And girls trying to keep that to the outside. And picked up by Herbert. Herbert trying to chip that out of the zone. She does get that out of the zone. And that goes all the way down. And no icing called on that because that was touched by. There's Webster. Almost intercepted the puck. Net was open. The goalie was still at the side. And there's Shaha pulling that back out. And Shaha bringing that back down the ice. Now chased by Relier. Relier backhand over towards Gray. And Shaha turns that over and brings that back in the zone. Another nice block there. Another shot towards the net. That's stopped by Webster in front. And she tries to send that out. That results in a shot from the point. And Relier blows the tire. But does get that around towards Gray. And Now Pilarski. No, that's Lundy. Getting that back out towards D'Ambrosio. And Shaha intercepts that and starts taking that back into the zone. Chased by Relier. 6:36 left in the first period. 1-0 for the Penguins. Tarasovic up towards Mertens. Mertens now driving that in. Mertens with a breakaway shot. And big save by the goalie. Girls doing a great job there. Getting some nice pressure on to the Shaha team. 6:23 left in the first. 1-0 Penguins. And that results in an offside, and the puck will be dropped just outside the Shaha zone. Thank you to our 6 viewers for tuning in. 7 viewers for tuning in. And just going to see if I can increase the quality of the stream here. And see if I could increase that to 4,000. We'll see how this goes. This should boost a little bit of better quality. Let me get the camera on the play. Shaha bringing that puck back down. Shot. Claycomb with a save. Another shot. Hot goes in there. And Hot battling for the puck. Hot. And that's Mertens now. Picks the puck out from the side. She cuts back. Gets some space. Sends that back over towards Murdoch. Murdoch. Battling up the side here. Back to Tarasovic. Tarasovic trying to get that out of the zone. Shaha does pick that up. Oh, shot. That was a one-timer. Claycomb slid over the crease and caught that in her pads. Fantastic save by Claycomb. 5:13 left in the first. And 1-0 for the Penguins. Picked up now by Howe. Howe trying to headman that towards D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio and Wasson going up. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. Picked up now by Herbert. Herbert picking that up. She's driving that up the ice with D'Ambrosio. And they're driving that up the ice. Back over to D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio with a shot. Big save by the Shaha goalie. Lots of opportunities this game for the girls so far. Now picked up by D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio with a shot towards the net. That's bouncing. And goalie caught that bounce out of the air. And 4:14 left in the first period. And trying to see if YouTube is happy here. They want a higher bit rate, but I don't think I want to push it. But back over to shot towards the net. That was Lundy. And Shaha trying to get it out of their zone. They send that over the weak side. And in goes Lundy to pressure. And Suisham keeps that puck in towards Gray. Now Suisham picks that up. She backhands that over to the side. And now picked up by Relier. Relier chips that off the boards, gets that back around to Lundy. Lundy trying to get that up the boards to Gray. And finally the puck goes in the neutral zone. Chased now by Webster. Shot out front. Nice keep in there. Or nice work by Relier to keep it to the outside. That now goes to Pilarski. Pilarski drives that up through the neutral zone with support from Mertens. Mertens with a stick check. Shot. Oh, that's off the post from the Shaha. Shaha still putting lots of pressure on. In goes Mertens to pressure. And shot. Now Mertens picks that up, trying to drive that out of zone. She's up with Pilarski. Pilarski driving that up the ice. Now Pilarski breaks that into the zone. And Shaha picks it up, sends it around the boards. And Shaha bringing that in. Now Hot. Chipping that around the boards towards Pilarski. Pilarski trying to get that. She gets that out through the neutral zone. And that's going to be icing called on that. And no icing called on that. Shaha picks that up. And that's kept in by Howe. Wasson goes over to pick that up. She gets that over to Tarasovic. Tarasovic driving that up the ice. Tarasovic going up with D'Ambrosio. And Shaha picks that up, turns that around. Howe sends that back the other way. And Shaha now trying to regroup. Gets that over to their D on the far side. And their D sends it in. 1:14 left in this first period. This is a fast first period. Girls getting lots of good chances this period. Shot towards the net. That gets caught up with Hot. Puck was loose in the front. Another shot by Shaha. Hit the shin pads of Tarasovic. And Gray takes that out of the zone. Shaha sends that back in. Now picked up by Hot. Hot chips that up the boards. Back to herself. And she headmans that towards Gray. Gray driving that in. 42 seconds left. Gray over to Hot. Sorry, that was Webster. Gray over to Webster. And Herbert now keeps that in. Herbert battling at the side here. And Herbert waiting to get on side. She tries to send that in, and that goes out of the park. So the puck will be dropped probably just outside or at center ice. I'm not quite sure where in that case. Welcome to our 10 viewers. Thank you for tuning in on this Friday night. Hope you had a good Black Friday and also good Thanksgiving yesterday. Shaha sends a puck down the other way. And last 9 seconds now, Herbert chips that up the boards. Shot towards the net. Whoa! Along the ice, which is the trickiest for the goalie. And Claycomb sees that and gets her pad on that. And excellent save. So great first period. I'm just going to put this on mute. And I'll zoom into coaches so you can see what's going on. We are now starting our second period here. And Shaha starts taking it back down the other way into the Penguin zone. Penguins battling at the side here. In the side of the boards, let's see. I can't quite see who's battling. Herbert chips it up the boards. Now it looks like Longwell chipping that up the boards. Shaha keeps that in, and they try to send it to their player around behind the net. Herbert goes into battle, and Herbert gets that up to Mertens. And now Shaha takes that back in. Oh, nice headman of the puck from Pilarski to Mertens. And Mertens chips it in, and that allows the girls to go for a change. Girls go for a change. Some fresh legs out there. Shaha tries to take advantage of that with a stretch pass, but Wasson was there to block that. And Relier chips that up the boards. And pressure now from Wasson. Now Gray keeps that in. Howe keeps that in up towards Wasson. And up to D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio with a shot. Some good passing there by the girls. And Suisham keeping it at a blue line there. Suisham up towards D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio shot towards the net. Oh! I thought that was going straight through the 5-hole, and the goalie catches that in the mitts. So 13:05 left in the second period. 1-0 Penguins. Lundy facing off. Webster just at the top of the circle waiting for that pass. Shaha does get it, and they send that around the boards to the weak side. Shaha trying to drive that out of the zone. They do. They get that up through the center. That's stopped by Webster, and Shaha does battle and get it going back the other way. Webster chips it around the... No, that's Hot chips that around the boards to Webster. Tarasovic keeps that out. Keeps that from going into the Penguin zone. Again, Tarasovic has the puck. Does a nice spin around and gets the puck going back the other way. Tarasovic trying to drive that back in. And she chips that in, goes for a change. In goes Lundy to go pick it up. Lundy battling with the Shaha player behind. 12:15 left in the second period. Shaha sends it out neutral, and Hot is there to stop the attack. Hot battling in the corner. Shaha player sends it back to their D, and pressure there right away from Gray. Gray trying to chip that back out. Shaha does keep that in, and Tarasovic headmans out towards Lundy and does get that out into the neutral zone here. Chip up the boards, and now Webster taking that up. Headman's out towards Mertens, and Webster has the puck, backhands it in. She goes for the change. Mertens in there, though, right away. She's looking for Murdoch out front. Does send that back to Longwell. Longwell with a shot, with Murdoch trying to deflect that in. That goes wide. Another shot from Mertens, and ref loses sight of the puck and blows the whistle. 11:15, lots of exciting action. 11:15 left in the second period. 1-0 for the Penguins. Oh, nice pass out front. That was by Murdoch. And Shaha just deflected that. Longwell trying to keep that in, but Shaha does get that out. And Herbert races over. Nice race over. Gets that up to Mertens. And Mertens driving that in. But Shaha player does get that and starts taking that back the other way. Shaha driving that in. And the Shaha player pressured wide by the girls, doing a good job of defense. That's now picked up by Pilarski. Pilarski headmans that out towards Herbert. Herbert driving that up, chips that off the boards, and now chases it into the end zone. Herbert goes, grabs the puck, sends that over to the front of the net. And the goalie freezes the puck immediately. 10:27 left in the second period. Girls doing a great job. They're pressuring really hard, working really hard, and it's really great to see. So we got D'Ambrosio at the side here. And she gets that over to the side, chased by Howe. And Shaha chips that out into the neutral zone. That's blocked by Suisham. Suisham sends that back up towards Wasson. Wasson driving that in. And back out towards Suisham. Suisham trying to get that back going the other way. Shaha does pick that up, and they start driving that into the zone. Shaha back to the point. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. That's picked up by the Shaha player on the side. They send that back to the back corner, and there's D'Ambrosio trying to get control of the puck. Shaha still has control, and they keep that in. Relier chipping that up towards Howe. Howe now trying to headman that out towards D'Ambrosio and Wasson. And that was Relier. Chip gets that out into the neutral zone. Webster now out on the ice and battling with the Shaha players, and two more forwards come out. Blocker save from Claycomb, and Shaha trying to make use of this. They are keeping, Shaha is trying to keep passing to that outer D. Here goes Webster. Webster, oh, nice breakaway and backhand. It dances over the goalie side and goes to the far side. Gray sends that back in. And now Webster trying to get that back to point. That goes back out. Relier picks that up. Relier driving that around. She sends that up towards Gray. Gray driving that in. There's nice shot by Webster. Webster having two good chances this game. And Shaha now sends it up, stretch pass, and they start driving that in. And Shaha player getting lots of pressure from Relier. And Relier chasing it, trying to get that over behind the net. Lundy's in there to help. Lundy battling with the player and does get that over. Now goes Mertens. Mertens driving that up the ice. Murdoch tried to get interception there, but Shaha does keep going down. Now picked up by Hott behind the net. Hott falls down, but does get around towards Mertens. Mertens cuts back. Gets some space. She cuts back the other way again, and she starts trying to send that up. That goes to Hott. Hott up towards Pilarski. Pilarski driving up with Murdoch. Sends pass back to Murdoch. Murdoch with a shot, and glove save by the goalie. So some really good chances this game. 7:27 left in the second. 1-0 for the Penguins. Okay. Shaha taking that out, and Shaha driving that up, and now picked up by Hott. Hott and puck does get towards Claycomb, and Claycomb freezes it right away, and girls get a change of players. Right off the faceoff goes to Herbert. Herbert driving that up the ice. Herbert all the way up there with Wasan out front. And in goes Longwell. Longwell picks it up. Shot goes far behind the net. And picked up by... Oh, and that's going to be offside. Lundy facing off. Gets that over towards Gray. And now over to Longwell. Longwell back towards Gray. And Gray trying to get that back over to Lundy. Goes back to Herbert. Herbert shot towards the net. And now picked up by Lundy. Lundy. Driving that around. Nice play by Herbert. Gets that up towards Lundy. Lundy, cut back. Nice pass to Webster. And back around to Gray on this side. And Shaha now picks it up. So they start going out of the zone. And the pressure from Longwell. Puck goes out front. Shaha trying to go in for a pass. Nice keep to the side by Suisham. Suisham backhand up, keeps it from the player. Shaha tries to shoot to the net. That deflects off of Webster. And Longwell sends it back around. This is Longwell. His head tries to headman that to Gray. And that she would have been gone, but unfortunately results in an offside at 5:12 left in the second period. Face off here by Mertens. Mertens tries to get that round behind the net to Suisham. Suisham battling with the Shaha player. Shaha player, nice pressure from Suisham because the Shaha player unable to make a good pass out of their D, and it goes all the way down the ice. Now Mertens goes in to chase with Pilarski, and Shaha does get it out into the neutral zone. Shaha trying to drive that up into the zone, and shot towards Claycomb. Claycomb with a nice glove save. 4:42 left in the second period. Be great for the girls to get a second goal before the end of this period, just as a safety goal. So D'Ambrosio facing off. Hott picks that up. Hott tries to chip that up towards Howe. Howe driving that out of the zone, chips that up along the boards, and Howe control. Hott helping Howe out, and they get that into the zone. Now chased by Howe. And Howe chases the puck around the boards. In goes D'Ambrosio to go pick that up, and the puck goes out. Now Hott comes out, and offside. Nice try by the girls. 4:13 left in the second. Puck will be brought just outside the zone here. Facing off is Lundy. Lundy gets it over towards Webster. Lundy trying to get that up towards Webster. And Shaha battling at the side. Lundy up towards Webster. Webster driving that in. Webster with a shot deflects off the Shaha player. And Shaha now trying to take that back down the end zone. Foot race there against Longwell. Longwell battling, and that allows enough time for, shot from the point. It's a quick turnover there by Shaha. And another Shaha shot from the point. That goes wide. In goes Longwell to pick that up. Longwell switches back the other way, opens up space nicely, gets that up to Gray. Gray starting to take that out of the zone. Shaw, and she gets that over to Webster. Webster now driving that up. Webster chips that into the zone and then chases it. Goes back towards Longwell. Longwell. Chased now by Mertens, and I think there's going to be a penalty on that play. And Mertens had some really good speed there, and unfortunately they had a collision and he went face first into the boards. So, unfortunately, she gets 2 and 10 for that because he had so 2 and 10. So that's Mertens will be out for. Let's see, she'll be able to get back on at I guess at the 7-minute mark in the third period. Shaha goes in. They get a shot off right away. They're on a power play for 2 minutes. And Shaha pulls it out from the corner, tries to get a shot off. 2:47 left in the second period. D'Ambrosio facing off. Murdoch at the side. D'Ambrosio trying to bring that up. She sends that out of the zone, and Shaha sends it back in. Lundy and Wasson takes the forward line. And puck is dropped. Nice hold by Relier. Relier sends that into the zone. Girls doing a great job on this penalty kill. And some battling here at the side. In goes Relier to help keep the puck going back the other way. Relier with a nice control of the puck. And Lundy now going in there. Shaha sends it into the Penguin zone. That's now picked up by Suisham. Suisham cuts back, and Shaha gets control. Suisham picks that up right away. Suisham trying to get that back up. Shot towards the net. Blocker save. Girls try to get that out, and shot from the point goes wide. Picked up now by Suisham. Suisham stick handles that wide, tries to get that up towards Wasson, and Shaha takes that back in. Shaha driving that towards the net, backhand, and Claycomb gets her hand on it. Okay, 1:31 left in the second period, and 29 seconds on the penalty. Facing off is Webster. Webster trying to get that over. Webster over towards Tarasovic. Tarasovic chips it out of the zone, and 20 seconds left on this penalty. At least the 2-minute part of it. Now will be Pilarski will come out of the box for that one. Pilarski sitting the 2 minutes for that 2 and 10. Hot sends that out. That's offside, and That's not called. I don't know why. And puck comes back out. Shot towards the net. And now Webster driving that out of the zone. She gets that out of the zone. We're back at even strength. Last minute of the second period. And Shaha driving that back in. Shaha taking that wide behind the net. Lots of pressure there from Tarasovic. Tarasovic battling with some help from Pilarski. And Pilarski now driving that up with Webster. Pilarski gets that over to Webster. Webster shot. And Webster. Shot. That goes up into the netting, and that's going to result in a stoppage of play and probably brought outside the zone at 27 seconds left in the second. So we'll have Merton sitting off on serving the 10 to about the 7-minute mark. 8-minute mark in the third period. 20 seconds left. Puck goes around to Herbert. Herbert pinches in, picks it up from the side. Shot towards the net. Goalie deflects that to the outside. In goes Gray. Shaha does pick it up. They send that back around the other way. And Shaha starts trying to drive that down the ice. They lose their stick. And last 3 seconds. And shot. And 0.9 seconds left. And they score. And tie that up at the end of the second. 1-1. Oh, we got an error on the stream. Why do we have an error on the stream? Is not receiving. Error. YouTube is not as such. Okay, let me figure out these settings here. Settings, stream, output. Let's bring this back down to 3,000. 3,000. Let's hit apply. Okay. Now we're back at the excellent connection. So looked like YouTube was having a little bit of trouble. It said it wasn't receiving enough, so I've just turned down the stream a little bit, but you still should get a pretty good quality stream here. So I'm going to go on mute. See you back in a second. Okay, tie game at the start of the third period. We are still down one player. Full strength, but down one player until the 8-minute mark. That was Tarasovic right off the face-off with a nice shot towards the net. Right in the first 8 seconds. Good message to be sending. Facing off is Tarasovic. Tarasovic putting pressure on. Shaha sends around to the weak side. They chip that up towards the boards. Back to Lundy. Lundy trying to get that off. Nice pressure. Lundy with a shot. Blocker save. Shaha trying to get that out of the zone. Shaha does finally get that out of the zone. And they start taking that back down the other way. Picked up by Herbert. Herbert driving that up with D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio taking that out of the zone. Tries to get that over towards Gray, waiting on the other side. Shaha battling Gray. Chipping that up the boards. And Shaha sends that back into the zone. Herbert keeps that into the neutral zone. And now up towards Murdoch. Murdoch driving that up. Murdoch shot towards the net. Puck just dancing on the top of the house. And Shaha picks that up. Shaha player brings that out. And they start driving that up into the Penguin zone. Shaha takes that wide shot towards the net. Nice deflection from Relier. And Relier putting pressure on the side. And a quick wraparound by Shaha. And that makes it a 2-1 hockey game. At 13:08 in the third period. Still lots of hockey here left, so girls got to answer this one back really quickly. Puck goes back right away to Suisham. Suisham to Relier. And around goes Howe. Howe chipping that up the boards. Battling at the side here. Howe gets that back up to Webster. Webster chips that up the boards into the zone. And Shaha goes around. And Howe goes into forecheck. And Shaha now bringing that back into the zone. Relier pushing him to the outside. Suisham, or that's Pilarski. Pilarski, nice cutback. Sends that up towards Howe. Howe trying to get that out into the zone. And she does get that out into the zone. Shaha having to regroup, chips that back. And that's Webster that chipped that back out into the zone. Relier takes a look, tries to get that over towards, she saw Lundy over on the other side there, but doesn't make it. Relier. Webster battling at the side here. 11:50 left in the third period. Merton should be back out in about just less than 4 minutes. Shot towards the net, and that was a nice save by Claycomb because it was just dancing on the corner there. Now facing off is Tarasovic. Tarasovic gets that to the side towards Herbert. Shaha, D-to-D pass. Tries to shoot. That gets blocked by Hott, and Hott sends that out into the zone. Now chased by Lundy and Tarasovic. And now Shaha comes back the other way. Shaha backhand towards the net. Now picked up by Herbert. Herbert driving that up the ice. Herbert bringing that up the ice out of the zone. And she takes out wide. And Tarasovic was waiting in the middle of the net there. Now goes back to Tarasovic. And Tarasovic unable to get stick on that. And Shaha gets it out into the zone. Shaha trying to get that back up through the neutral. And Shaha sends that into the Penguin zone. Picked up now by Hott. Hott driving that up the zone. And that goes all the way down to the goalie. And Shaha regrouping. Nice keep. Nice work by D'Ambrosio. She keeps the puck in. Chased now by Murdoch. 10 minutes left in the third. Relier keeps it in. Does get caught in the body of the Shaha person. And Shaha person starts taking that out one-on-one against Longwell and shot, and that's deflected wide. Longwell battling, sends it up through the neutral. That's now picked up by Shaha, and Shaha takes it back the other way. 2-on-2 here, and Shaha shoots. That caught in the shin pads of Longwell, and Shaha now has that at the corner of the net. Some battling in there with Rollier. Rollier and Pilarski goes in there to help. Pilarski picks it up at the corner side, and Shaha trying to get a shot from the point. That gets intercepted by Rollier in the front, and Rollier sends it up through the neutral zone, and that allows her enough time to go for a change. Icing call. 9:05 left in this period, and in about 1 minute, we will be up the 10 from the 2-10, and Merton should be back on the ice. Webster facing off. Webster backhands it over towards Pilarski. Hervert now. Nice play. She drives up with Pilarski, and she's going up the ice. And Shaha picks that up behind the net, and Shaha starts driving that up the ice. Shaha shots. Now picked up by Pilarski. Pilarski trying to drive that up the ice with Webster. Chased now by Howe. Howe putting pressure on the D, and Shaha sends it back into the zone. 8:22 left in the third period. And shot towards the net. Oh, and that goes in. Sneaks in past at that angle shot. Past Claycomb. So 8:16 left in the game. Girls need to answer here. Tarasovic facing off, gets that back towards Longwell. Longwell picking that up at the side. She drives that up the ice, and that gets stopped at the blue line by Shaha. Now Tarasovic tries to do that again. Tarasovic driving that up through the neutral, and Shaha battles, and a lot of back and forth here in the neutral zone. But Wasan and Lundy, they get that puck going back down the other end. And nice shot on net by Lundy. Hot trying to keep that in at the side. The puck does sneak out into the neutral zone. And Hot trying to chip that back in. Shot towards the net. That's picked up by Hot. Hot taking that around the net. Hot driving that up. Whoa. Hot runs into the player. And that is the end. And we should see I was expecting to see Mertens come out of the box there, but maybe she has to be in there the full 12 minutes, which would mean she has one more minute to come out. Suisham keeping the puck to the outside. Battling here with Murdoch, and then puck goes over to the far side. Howe picks it up now. Howe driving that out of the zone. And Howe taking that up the zone. She chips that in. The zone now picked up by Howe. Howe trying to get that over. And Shaha sends that back down the other way. 6:14 left. 6:11 now. That's going to be an icing call, and the puck will be dropped down in the Shaha end at 6:14 left in the game. 3-1 for Shaha. And girls have to score 2 quick goals here to tie it up for this tournament. Facing off is D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio gets that back towards Webster. Webster. Shaha with the speed out of the zone. Don't allow Webster time to get a shot off. Webster now taking that up the ice. And Webster around behind the net. She shoots. And Shaha brings the puck back out. And they send that around the boards. On the next whistle here, Mertens is going to be out. And ending that 2-10. Webster sends that around to the outside. .505 left in the third period. Herbert trying to keep that puck out of the zone. That puck does go in. Wasson takes that around, sends it around towards Lundy. Lundy working aside there, and in goes Hott. Hott picks that up. Hott sends that around the boards. That's kept in by the Shaha D. Hott chipping that up towards Lundy. Lundy driving that up the ice. That's stopped by the Shaha player. Lundy chips that up the boards. Shaha D shot from the point. That was rebound off of Claycomb. And Lundy now up towards Tarasovic. Tarasovic driving that up the ice. Tarasovic bringing that in. Shot. Deflection off the goalie. Shot up front. What's on? And glove saved by the goalie. And there's Mertens coming out after that 2-10. Mertens facing off. Mertens gets it back towards Gray. Gray with a shot towards the net. That goes wide. Murdoch. 4 minutes left in this period. Up comes Gray. Back towards Suisham. Suisham with a nice shot. Deflection. And glove save. Girls getting some really good chances in this last few moments of the game. They do need a couple of quick goals here. Back to Gray. Now goes out to Suisham. Suisham pinches in. She keeps the puck in, gets it up towards Gray. Gray trying to get that out to front. Goes to Mertens. And Mertens unable to get a shot off as two Shaha players battle her. And Shaha starts bringing that up the zone. 3:48 left. And there was a buzzer ring. Nobody's really clear why the buzzer rang. Sometimes these things happen. Shot goes back to the point. Keep in by Shaha. Herbert goes to battle that behind the net. Herbert chips that up to puck dancing in front. Webster now. D'Ambrosia knocked down. D'Ambrosia drew a penalty on that. And so girls will go into a power play. Let's see if we can get a goal. 3:09 left in the first, or in the third period. 3:09. Looks like girls will go on a power play. And And girls have pulled their net. You can see that down here. Clay come out of the net, so it's 6 attackers. And round goes Lundy to go pick up that puck. Lundy sends it back to Herbert. Herbert with a shot. And now picked up Howe. Howe driving that in. Howe with D'Ambrosio. Howe trying to get that towards the net with Lundy. And puck goes to the side. Shaha battling at the side here. Lundy trying to get that over. Shaha takes it behind the net. Chased now by... Oh, puck does sneak out. Webster skates back. Webster now driving that up. And Webster chipping that up around the boards. In goes Mertens. Mertens goes back to the point. Shot. Another shot towards the net. And girls keeping that in there. Mertens tries to send that back to Herbert. Herbert back to Mertens. Mertens into D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio front. Shot. And that's stopped in front. Puck sneaks out. Longwell sends it back to Herbert. Herbert regroups. Gets it up to Mertens. Mertens driving that in. Mertens with a shot towards the net. And glove save by the Shaha goalie. And the puck will be dropped just to the side of the goalie. We're still pulled. And basically 6-on-4. So girls want to get a goal off this power play. And then a quick goal right after that. So to tie up the game. So Mertens facing off. Mertens gets that back to Gray. Gray with a big shot. 1:56 left in the third. 47 in the penalty. In the power play. Mertens facing off. Mertens gets that over to the side. Shot by Murdoch. Murdoch over. Shot! Oh! That one looked like that was going upstairs. Goes around to Tarasovic. Tarasovic sends it around out front. Goalie sticks it to the side. Murdoch. Now. Murdoch keeping that puck in. 27 seconds left in the penalty. Goes back out to Mertens. Mertens gets it over towards Relier. And Mertens tries to shoot that towards the net. Relier keeps that in. Relier over to Murdoch. Murdoch. Shot. And Shaha does sneak that out. That's going to be offside with 1 second left in this penalty. So 1:09 left in the game. And it is a 3-1 hockey game for Shaha. Offside, so puck will be just outside the zone here. And still going to have 6 attackers on 1. And Mertens facing off. Mertens gets it back to Herbert. Herbert driving that in. Herbert sends that in. We're back at even strength. And Herbert back out. And Shaha trying to bring that up the ice. Shaha sends that. And that goes into the net. Last 50 seconds of the game makes that 4-1. And 50 seconds left, and we put the goalie back out there, so 5-on-5. Tough tournament so far. Wasan facing that off. She gets that back to Suisham. Suisham. Shaha, another shot, and goal. That's a 5-hole. They go ahead 5-1. Suisham chips up the boards. Pilarski. And that hits the net. No, whistle's not going to blow on that. They're going to let the clock run. And Pilarski battling at the side here. Wasan knocked down. No, that was Howe knocked down. And 18.5 seconds left. Oh, I'm not sure why. Hassan got the penalty on that, but I didn't see what happened there. 18.5 seconds left. Puck goes out of zone. Shaha. Shot from the point. That's kept in the feet by Hot. Hot driving that out. Hot taking that up the neutral zone. 10 seconds left of the game. And they chip the puck out the zone. Chased by Howe. And that's the end of the game. So tough loss. The girls worked really hard. They had a lot of good chances, but just couldn't. Had some unlucky breaks there. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Look for the live streams. Thank you.